was sick for over a month around Christmas break. I didn't understand why, since I'd never had to go to the doctor for anything other than checkups. I had no energy, I couldn't sleep, I had a fever all the time. Although my symptoms fit most of the common illnesses that kids my age have in the winter, I just couldn't shake what I had and get better. My mama refused to just accept that I had a tough infection and took me back to my doctor. I was tested for strep, respiratory infections, and was even tested for mono. My doctor refused to accept the most likely culprits for me being sick and ordered an x-ray of my lungs. This x-ray gave us the answer we did not want to hear, a big mass laying over my windpipe. She promptly booked me the first minivan headed to Memphis. At midnight that night, I checked into St Jude. The next morning, I was one scared little girl. I was a new patient at St Jude, getting poked, prodded, and stuck for a diagnosis for this mass in my chest. I felt scared and lost, which is fitting since St Jude is a patron saint of lost causes. In your daily lives, you make the decisions at New York & Company. If a problem comes up, you fix it. My parents are the decision makers in my life. When I have a problem, they fix it. I looked to them for answers when I got sick, but they seemed as scared and lost as I was, which is strange to me because my daddy has an answer for everything. Well, my parents did have their faith that the doctors at St Jude would find out what was wrong with me, and fix it. I didn't really understand their faith in St Jude then, but I am definitely a firm believer now. Let me tell you a bit about how St Jude led me through my fight with cancer. After a few days of testing, I was diagnosed with Hodgkin lymphoma. I was told that this was very curable, but the chemo and radiation needed to kill the cancer would be tough on me. The doctors talked a lot about the side effects of the treatment. I'd lose my hair, I'd be sick a lot, I wouldn't be able to hang out with my friends as much, especially when my blood counts got so low that they might infect me. The radiation I would take at the end of my chemo treatment would hurt and make me really sick. I heard my parents talk with my doctors about the increased risk of cancer when I got older that could result from my treatment, especially since my cancer was in my chest. Enter Dr. Metzger from stage right. Sorry, I'm excited about heading to Broadway tonight. When we first met Dr. Metzger, she started telling us about a new option for my treatment. She explained that her clinical study was focused on reducing the harmful impact that traditional Hodgkin treatment had on her kids. I would be patient number 9 in her study. I did not really understand at the time what a blessing this opportunity was. This is where I began to understand what the research part of St. Jude means. Dr. Metzger is a rock star in my book. She really helped me stay involved in my normal life during my treatment. She was not satisfied with merely saving my life. She wanted to help me have a life during treatment. It felt like her motto for me was survive and thrive. She helped me make it to all of my ballet practices. I even performed in the recital bald. She helped work my treatment schedule around my Odyssey of the Mind competitions. Since my treatment did knock me back like the normal Hodgkin treatment would, I was able to keep up with my schoolwork and make all A's that spring. While in treatment, I also had 5 F's. It seems odd that an A student would be bragging about making F's, doesn't it? Well, my 5 F's stand for fun, fashion, friends, funds, and future. The first 2 F's kind of go together, fun and fashion. When I got sick, I had this really long, thick, straight blonde hair. Everyone was worried that it would upset me when the chemo made it fall out. I actually really enjoyed being bald. I mean, it's not like I had a choice or anything, right? My friends had fun rubbing my bald head and drawing things on it. My sister's teacher even drew a Charlie Brown face on it at her school spring fundraiser. I found ways to make being bald fun. One time, I managed to freak out this cute little girl who asked me why I didn't have any hair. I leaned over and told her, "It's because I didn't eat my broccoli." At least her mom thought it was funny. I also had fun with fashion. One of the reasons I enjoyed being bald was that I got to wear all sorts of really cool hats, and I even got to break the dress code and wear them to school. I have always loved hats. When I was little, I would wear Daddy's golf hats and Mama's wide brim sun hats. I would stick anything and everything on my head. When I found out I was going to get the chance to come talk with you about St. Jude, I got online and looked at your website. Your clothes are awesome, but my mom says they're a little too old for me right now. What I also noticed was that you're really thin on your hat selection. Since you did me the favor of supporting St. Jude, I thought I would return this favor and offer you some helpful advice boosting your sales. You can introduce the Mary Browder line of fashionable headwear and feature some of the many hats that people made for me or gave me. This gorgeous little flower number was my favorite. This special one was made by a very artistic lady at my church. Bold! Best Norwegian for courage. My agent will be in touch. The third F is for friends. Because the treatment didn't set me back as much, I could be with my friends some. I wasn't so isolated. I didn't dread my treatment because I could still be me some of the time. The last two F's are the most important: funds and future. When I became a patient at St. Jude, we did not understand that no patient ever has to pay a dime for the treatment. This gift allowed my parents to not have to worry about their pain, but instead focus their efforts on my healing. With friends like their partners in the Thanksgiving campaign, St. Jude will continue to have the funding they need to heal kids like me, while at the same time continuing the research that will eventually fulfill Danny Thompson's dream: that no child should die in the dawn of life. When that goal is met, then all kids with cancer will receive the same blessing that I received from St. Jude: a real future where I can complete my life's journey free from the curse of cancer. The future of my entire life was in the capable and caring hands of St. Jude. The financial future of St. Jude rests in yours. Because St. Jude saved my life, I'll actually be alive when I'm old enough to go shopping at New York & Company. I'll be proud to wear your clothes, and most especially your hats, whether you opt for the Mary Browder line or not. But I'll be even more proud knowing that New York & Company is a Thanksgiving campaign supporter of the most wonderful place on earth, St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. St. Jude can't fight for kids like me without the support from people like you. On behalf of all of us St. Jude patients, thank you for partnering with St. Jude in this fight against childhood cancer.